All right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon. December 16, Monday, new week. We are approaching the end of the year. And oh boy, we have some insane news this week. It doesn't even fit the screen, so let me make it smaller. So as usual, what we'll do is we'll go over the news from Forex Factory. You can see it's a lot this week, so that means lots of opportunity. After that, I will go over the watch list here on the right side. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. And if you have a question, make sure you ask with the question the pair you're referring to, also maybe the time frame you're referring to. So yeah, let's dive in. Here on Monday, time of weekly outlook, already had some news in London. I didn't trade this. I rarely trade London on Monday. It has to do with the weekly open, high, low, close. Monday London is just the least probable session to trade. Some Euro news later today during the live stream here on YouTube. We have USD red folder, and in the Asia session we have a CAD red folder. There's going to be a news drive for today, or let's say DXY, Nasdaq. On Tuesday, the London GBP red folder. We have a big boy, CAD CPI. There are CAD pairs here on the list. Euro CAD GBP CAD. We're going to discuss what could be a nice way to play these ones, and another Tuesday USD red folder. So many red folders. Then on Wednesday, we just double down. GBP, CPI, also big boys. So GBP also big news driver on Wednesday. And the big elephant in the room is the federal funds rate, FOMC. So rate cut. Rate cut in general is bearish for DXY. So well, based on that, you could maybe already know my my strategy for today and this week. And if that wasn't enough, then after that we have JPY rates. And on Thursday, you think we had everything on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have GBP rates. So GBP has CPI and rates in the same week. We have another USD red folder after that. And on Friday, we have GBP, CAD, and USD. So it's insane this week. And before I dive into the outlook, you need to know how to play the three big boys. CPI, FOMC, and FP. Because those are the biggest red folders. And a rule of thumb I would give you is don't trade the session before it. So CPI and FP are always New York AM. That means don't trade London before it. FOMC is in the PM session. That means Wednesday AM session. Don't trade. And I must say, don't trade the USD. You can, I know GBP AUD is not influenced by FOMC. Maybe a little bit, but not directly. And the majority of you plays Nasdaq or the indices and the USD pairs, so just don't do it. And it's the same for the other big boys. For CAD, for GBP, for JPY. Try to avoid it. Cool. That said, let's start with DXY. So DXY, we have a red folder, I think every day. Today, yeah, with every single day we have a red folder for USD, which is pretty cool. That's pretty rare actually. And I'm here on the weekly. I want to point out the weekly internal to external. So I think short term we have still some upside to be had. But with rate cuts coming up, I think rate cuts will be bearish. Rate cuts in general are bearish. So if rates are lower, the currency becomes weaker. That's a just like a rate hike. The rates are higher, the currency becomes stronger. So with it in mind, with rate cuts in mind, I'm aiming for a Tuesday or Wednesday high of the week, and then selling off. And I actually don't care if that high is being formed after last week's high or the swing high. I'm just gonna wait until the high is formed. So probably my start of looking for entries on the USD pairs will be from here, especially for swing positions. Intraday, we can take a small long. That means a short for the USD cross, of course. But I'm not gonna fade FOMC. And the cool part is the red folders can be a nice catalyst for this. Everyday red folder and red folders will make the high of the week, and also the aggressive buys and the aggressive sells. That's my bias for the XY. So first higher, then lower with FOMC. Then AUD is still, well, getting some strength against the NCD. I rarely trade this, but my eyes are going towards this daily unicorn here. So we have this breaker here, up close candle, overlapping with a fair value gap. So if we respect this and we see a rejection from here, I'm open to play longs towards the weekly bearish fair value gap. But that will probably be tomorrow or Wednesday. I want to see candle closes. Euro GBP. Euro is still weaker against the pound. We had some strong days, which was very interesting. We had a rate cut on euro and it became stronger, which is very weird. But here I'm looking for tomorrow. Similar setup. Like I never trade this, but if this comes up, it got my attention. Breaker for value gap, unicorn on daily, or potential longs. The only thing I don't like about this trade very early in the week, well, you can see it here in small. These are all the red folders for Euro GBP. We have CPI, interest rates. So I think this is a cool thing to play, but later in the week. Then Nasdaq. For Nasdaq, I have 2 points of interest, and they are based on the weekly. We have a very nice weekly point of interest here with a weekly order block and a weekly fair value gap. So the 2 points of interest for this week are, of course, back to all-time high, so last week's high. And if we take, let's say today or tomorrow, we take the high and we see some big reaction, I'm open for shorts towards this area. In general, December is not the cleanest month for indices. Keep it in mind. But with 2 points of interest, we also have a daily order book here. So first higher, then lower. And if I look now at the intraday, I think we have some nice lows here to tag. That's just Thursday low. So I'm gonna already hunt this today during the live stream at 9. So a 2 point of interest for Nasdaq. And the same goes if we just expand from here, then next week it will probably be the same bias. But intraday, point of interest, well, where are you close to? We are close to Friday high. That's gonna be our playing ground where we're gonna trade around, trade off from, or trade towards. Then ES is a little weaker, recent weaker than Nasdaq, but we have a similar situation. Weekly fair value gap, order block, same story. Low consolidation here on a daily. Still this volume balance where we need to close into. Then YM. Well, YM was so clean last week. There's a short coming up this week where I break down the trade from actually it was last Monday's stream on YouTube from here. Every single premium array is respected. Here on Friday as well. And now we are approaching, or we already tapped into on Friday the daily bullish fair value gap. That could be a place to move away from. And like I am not someone who calls tops and bottoms, so I'm gonna expect a retracement at least towards here. You can also, of course, get a reversal from this point. And the cool part about this, guys, is if you're on the daily, weekly, monthly, and you have your point of interest, so the daily BISI, daily SIBI, another daily SIBI, you can just trade between them. So now we are here. Well, if you see a nice long setup, you can trade towards the daily SIBI right here. So for today, this could be your point of interest. We tapped into the daily BISI, low-hanging fruit, the daily SIBI. Price gives an entry, which it could be at 9. With the value gap, you can just target the highs here. That's more on the lower time frame. You are here not for that. You are here for higher time frame stuff. What is the outlook? So Nasdaq is very interesting. Which is also very interesting is the DAX, the German 40. And this is the screenshot I shared in the Telegram and on Skool. Maybe you already found out which pair it was. To zoom out a little bit, we have a massive weekly bullish value gap to rebalance into. And look at how the structure is forming. So this is basic ICT stuff, guys. I think this is also IST 2022 mentorship. We have a swing low broken with a fair value gap. We have an order block, we have a breaker here. So this is a high probability area to short from. So this is going to be the main target, but only when the new 4-hour candle has formed. And when is that? In 1 hour and 60 minutes from now. So from 9 a.m. today, start the stream as well on YouTube. I'm going to hunt for a short from here, before our SIBI. And well, this whole area is a weekly BISI, but in that weekly BISI, this is where my eyes are drawn to. So it could potentially be a short like this. So the target is the 4-hour bullish value gap inside a weekly BISI, and we're targeting a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. Let's say you want to target a 1 to 3. I think this is a perfect setup. What you could even do is when price trades into this 4-hour SIBI, go to the 15, 5, and 1 minute to the lower time frame to spot a lower time frame entry model as well. So I'll leave this for now, but this is personally one of my favorite setups. Cool. Let me see the chat. Yeah, on YM we also have a balanced price on the daily, and later if you look at the watch list, I will discuss gold as well later. It's in the bottom here. Then euro US dollar. Well, as mentioned during the DXY analysis, I think we'll first go higher then lower, but that means first lower then higher for the USD pairs. And well, this looks to me currently like a just like DXY, weekly internal to external. Same here. But I'm hesitant to trade these pairs. I'm probably going to wait until FOMC. But I think shorts early in the week are definitely something to trade. And then when FOMC comes, longs can come in. AUD and NTUSD are on the list, but I don't think they're the highest probability. Well, I'm going to just remove them on the list. Probably after FOMC they're coming back, but I don't like this on a higher time frame. Not very, very nice. Perhaps later. Like after we have a monthly, we're probably going to trade to the monthly SIBI here in January. Yeah, February. That sounds exciting, right? 2025 almost starting, and everybody's just eating and getting fed, and we're just here grinding. I love that. Cool. Okay, then GBP NZD. The reason it's on the list, we took out this swing high, and the body's closed very, very bearish. See the big wick as a rejection? So when I see this on a weekly candle, the next week I want to trade a open, high, low close. Because I think, based on this candle, the next weekly candle is going to be bearish. Well, today, we need to trade higher, maybe tomorrow as well. And what would be nice if we have a point of interest? And what is that point of interest? It's a weekly bullish fair value gap right here. So for GBP NCD, and yes, there are many red folders for GBP, so keep it in mind. But I think shorts towards this area, or if it just dumps now longs from that area, this is going to be the main point of interest for this week for me for GBP NCD. I haven't traded NCD in a while because I didn't like this one. But early December we had this displacement. So now we have something to play with. So that's going on the list. Then GBP AUD. Weekly looks nice. Daily looks even better. I think maybe already for today. Shorts from this area. Remember what I just mentioned about the high? When there's a massive rejection from a high, this high, then the next candle is probably going to be bearish. Well, it was. And same on a weekly. Rejection candle, that means next week I'm anticipating at least the low of previous week's candle to be taken. So for today, I'm already going to hunt for GPAOD shorts today and tomorrow. That's a high of the week. So for now, for today already, German 40, the DAX and GPAOD are high on the list, of course, together with Nasdaq. Then Euro AOD, not too nice, daily consolidation, but also the same point of interest, weekly bullish fair value gap. So when I'm gonna short, based on Euro GBP, I'm gonna look for which one to short. But personally, the GBP pairs are lining up very, very nicely for shorts. So let's see what we do there. Then Euro CAD. Well, we have tomorrow CAD CPI. Did I say it correctly? CAD CPI, or was it rates? It was, yeah, CPI. So CAD CPI tomorrow. Well, price lines up pretty nicely. So for tomorrow, let's say hypothetically, we consolidate here the rest of the day. And for tomorrow, we have 2 points of interest. A new bullish fair value gap towards here, or vice versa. The EuroCAD is for tomorrow definitely some to watch. Personally, I am favored for shorts for a CAD, like this. Then GCAD, point of interest, 2 point of interest basically, the high and the weekly busy. We're in between those. So this looks like a very bullish structure, which is actually pretty nice for today. So maybe today longs, let's say from here, and then tomorrow shorts could be something. Oh, there we go. So cat pairs is definitely interesting today and tomorrow, week in general. And then GHF, usage GHF is the only USD pair which I think looks nice currently. Oh, I think you guys can see it. Daily bullish fair value gap. Inside this daily bullish fair value gap, we have 1 hour fair value gap here and a 1 hour fair value gap here. So I already shared this with my inner circle students. I'm looking for a trade for this today as well. So I'm kind of feeling like a kid in a candy shop again today. So longs on UGF looks nice for today. I think German 40 looks very nice on today. GPAOD looks also very nice for today. Many opportunities already early in the week. And a big disclaimer here, if there are so many opportunities early in the week, with also so many red folders, make sure that you don't over leverage early in the week. Because it's possible that maybe today draw liquidity is not going to be met, but it's going to be met maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. And you already shot all your liquidity. That's not how you should trade. And also, when there are so many opportunities, maybe make a priority list for yourself, like which of, let's say, the 3 or 4 priorities you have today or maybe tomorrow, which one do you like the most? Or which 2 do you like the most? And only shoot those 2. Because you need to preserve capital also for later in the week. We have we have like 30 red folders this week. Come on, guys. There's no need to shoot all your bullets today. Yeah, I think it's around 20 or 30 red folders this week. Insane. Cool. Now let's go over gold. Gold, I took a swing position already. That in a few hours ago. Oh, the reason for that, very simple. Daily order block and for value gap. I think we can react from that. I think we're not done with the upside on gold. So yeah, that's where I'm looking at. And I could be wrong here. And we can sweep lower, but this is swing position. I like this, but it's not an intraday position. Let's say. So yeah, that's the watch list for now. Are there any questions? Or maybe other pairs you guys want me to look at? So for today, 9 a.m. EST here on YouTube, there's live trading. Also tomorrow and Thursday, London, live stream, 2:30 a.m. EST. So hope you see you all there. There are new 2025 mentorship videos coming up this week, new shorts coming up this week. So all in all, a very exciting week. December is to grind. December is to improve. So don't check out too early this year. And let's make the best of the coming weeks. So thank you for tuning in, guys. If you like this, like the stream, like, subscribe. You know the drill. Let's see you guys at 9 a.m. EST for live trading here on YouTube.